Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Shane, Small Town Exotics. If this is your first time here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. That way you're notified anytime we post new content. As you can see behind me, it's cleaning day. I'm cleaning a bunch of tubs. And it's also feeding day. I'm going to feed Frozen this morning. So let's go on inside the snake pit and see how we do that. Alright, welcome back. So we're in the snake pit now, and so first thing I do before I get out the Frozen is you gotta know how many you need to thaw out, right? And what sizes. So, you know, my little rack right here, these are all mice. One of them, Fred, the red stripe, he's actually on weaned, but he stays in a small tub because he likes it better. The hogs right here, they're on a different schedule. We're not feeding them today, but they have their own little mice too, fuzzies and extra small mice and stuff. So one of the other things, this is all the big girls, so automatically they take mediums. And then over here, let's see if we can get the light. So then over here, as you can see, right here you see these colors. This purple, you got blue, some pink down here. You know, that's the size of prey that these snakes take. So purple's a medium, blue's the weaned, and pink's small, all rats, okay? And the reason why I do that is because I'm a pretty small time breeder. I'm not like these big giant guys. So I have different sizes in this rack. And so for me, it's just real easy to get a quick visual. And I can see the colors and like, okay, I count it up, you know, because as they grow up, they're bumping up, so my count changes. And then, if you can see right here, see that one has an L on it. So that one, it's only fed off live since I've had it. So I've slowly transitioned I probably got 95% of my collection now over to frozen thawed. The goal is to be 100%. But some of these breeder size females, you know, I picked them up as an adult and they were probably eating live their whole life. So I don't know if I'll be able to change that, but I got most of them transitioned over. But anyways, that's how we keep that. If you notice, we're missing a bunch of tubs in here. That's because I take them out, fill them with all the cocoa, and swap out the tubs, wash out the old ones, and then sanitize them, and then do the whole process again until everyone's swapped out. So then that way I don't have anyone in temporary tubs or anything like that. I just take them out of the old dirty one, put them in a fresh clean one, and then go wash them. So all right, so another little trick is here. You can see here's my little blower fan, right? And these are all the rodents that are thawing out. So I have it off right now so you can hear me, but you know, right here is the intake for the blower motor right here, which circulates my air in the snake pit all the time. So I put these rats right next to the blower motor, so it's sprinkling this scent throughout the whole room, getting everyone nice and hungry before we thaw them out. All right, so we're gonna get off this for a second. We'll cut right back in once all the rodents are thawed out, and then we'll show you how we feed them. And I'll try to transition some of the live feeders over to frozen with you guys on board. And hopefully I can get Mrs. Small Town Exotics to hold the camera while we do all this. All right, be right back. All right, so we're back. We got some rodents thawed out. We got weaned and mice right here. And we had them over here by the blower like we talked about earlier. So all of these have already been fully transitioned. If Mrs. Small Town wants to bring the camera up here so you can watch this. See, and I give a little shake so they have to tighten up and constrict. Make them exercise their muscles a little bit. She's in shed, so she's probably not going to want to feed. Oh, yeah, she does. Alright, so now we're on to the weaned. So if you'll notice these clips that are on here, this means that the snakes didn't eat. So this one right here didn't eat last week. This one right here hasn't eaten for 2 weeks in a row. But you'll notice the L, so that means it usually eats live. It's never ate a frozen for me. But I will start my feeding process on the ones that have clips. This is all part of the process of trying to get them switched over to frozen. I go pick up my live after I feed the frozen to supplement the snakes that didn't eat the frozen. She's more mad than she's showing a feeding response. So she's not going to feed off that. Alright, so I put a clip on here because this one didn't eat. And like I said, that's how I mark it out. This is one of our powerhouse females right here. ODYB. Inchy Gene X, possible yellow belly, or wait, it is a yellow belly het pied. You hear Mrs. Small Town back there cussing. Alright, so that was all the frozen feeding, and I've just fed the live right now, and I know YouTube doesn't like live feeding or whatever, you know, so I do have a few, like I said earlier, that they'll only eat live. The only difference is when I mark those tubs, if they got a live, let me see something. Let's see something. So when I got so the only difference when I feed the live, when I have the tub, I put the clip on, and then I flip this up. And then that tells me that there's a live rodent in there with the snake, and then that way I check on it. So, you know, the snake doesn't get hurt. So, yeah, I hope you guys found that all useful. I prefer frozen over live. Live's a lot quicker, but, you know, right now with my collection, the size as it is, doing frozen safer for me. Like I said in another episode, I've had a snake get injured, got bit in the mouth, developed an abscess, and you know that was quite an expensive vet bill. So yeah. Anyways, let's do some sticker shout outs. All right, so we got one sticker shout out this episode. This is for Gomez Pythons, and here's all his info right there. All right, and this week's shirt shout out is really for the Four Horsemen. I made some special shirts for each and every one of us. That's Ron at BBM, Rob Bearclough at Royal Balls, and Rich at Predator BP. And a little news flash update. Me and Ron are actually going to October Tinley together and bunking up in the same hotel. So 2 of the 4 horsemen will be meeting up in person. Man, I'm pretty excited about that. This is gonna be really fun. So any of you guys going to October Tinley, look for me and Ron. We should be hanging out together at least part of the time. And yeah, until next time, guys, rock on.
Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe,
and hit the notification bell, and we'll see you guys next time.